Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I want to show you how to work the cloud stitch. On one side you have rows of double crochet clusters popping out, and then the other side it's completely flat. And I've worked this up in three different medium weight yarns, three different ones. And that's one. Here's another. This one here was Furl's Wander. I can't remember the color right now. This one here is a Red Heart yarn. This is how it looks on the back side. And then this one here is a yarn from Hirschner's. It's just a medium weight yarn. And so it looks really pretty. It's very simple to do. And it's just a 2-row repeat. Okay, so this is how it looks. And I'm going to work this stitch in this Hirschner's, I think. It'll be easiest for you to see today. Okay, so we'll get started. Okay, we are going to work this today in multiples of 2, so any even number we're going to work. The swatches that I did were 24, 26, and 30 stitches. And I'm just going to do a very small swatch for you today, just so you get the stitches. So I got my slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to do, let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are chain stitches. I forgot to say chain stitches. All right. So row 1 is just you're going to skip the first chain, and then the next chain, we're going to work a single crochet. So you insert your hook, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, and draw through 2 loops. That's your first single crochet made. So we're just going to single crochet all the way back across. And this is a repeat of row 2 and 3. Row 3 is just your single crochet row again. So if you can master the single crochet, you can do this pattern. Here we go. And I've just done this in solid color yarn so far. I want to make a blanket. I'm trying to figure it out in my head how hard it would be to change colors in it. So we're going to see here. So anyway, so row 1 is done. It's just your row of single crochet. Okay. Now we're going to turn it, chain 1, that does not count as anything. And then we're going to go in right into that first stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, draw it through, and then draw it through the loop on the hook. That is a slip stitch. And keep that loose. And you might even want to put, after you get past this, you might even want to put a stitch marker here, because this will make sure that you get that last stitch in, okay? So now we're going to work our double crochet cluster. So we're going to yarn over. In the next stitch, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, draw through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, and then we're going to stop, yarn over, go right into that same stitch, yarn over, draw it through, excuse me, yarn over, go through 2 loops. Now we have 3 on the hook, and yarn over, draw through all 3 loops. And the next stitch, we're just going to work a slip stitch. So there isn't any yarn over, you just insert your hook, yarn over here, and then bring it through the loop on the hook. That's a slip stitch. What that does is it closes off your cluster kind of, and it makes it pop. You don't see it on this side, but you will see once we get across the row, you'll see it on the other side. So now we're going to do another cluster. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through, yarn over, draw through 2, 3 loops on the hook, and yarn over, draw through all 3. And the next stitch is a slip stitch, and this is a repeating pattern all the way across. Now we're going to work our cluster again. It's like working 2 double crochets done halfway in the same stitch. There's 1, and then we're going to do our slip stitch, and my yarn is tangling. Just give me a moment. There we go. And then yarn over, work our cluster, yarn over, and if you start with whatever you start with as an even number, you'll have 1 less. So if you're counting your stitches, you will have 1 less. So we started with 12, we will have 1 less stitch. We will have 11 stitches. And that's good because if you lose count, you'll be able to, you know, because your clusters should always align one on top of the next. And I'm going to make sure this is my last stitch. This is the first place where I skipped over that stitch. Right here is where I'm going to put my hook and work a slip stitch. Now let me stop and show you. So this is at the end of row 2. This is how it looks on one side. And then here's the popping on the other side. You see that? And that's how it looks on the other side. Now we are going to turn it here. And now we're going to work a row of single crochets. Just make sure I get all my yarn untangled here. Okay, so we're going to chain 1. Whoops. Okay, and in this very first stitch here, this was a slip stitch, we're going to work a single crochet. Now we're going to work a single crochet in this right here, this cluster too, but we got to turn it just a little bit. Right here is the actual chain, or I should say the stitch you need to get into. That's the part of the stitch. You don't want to put it up here. You got to kind of turn it a little bit. So you got to look for on the other side of the puff. Oop, yeah, I did that right. I almost thought I had a yarn over for a second. So we do our single crochet. This whole row is single crochet. That was our slip stitch right here. Then here's our next puff stitch. So we got to turn it just a little bit. And then here was the slip stitch. So we do a single crochet in every stitch across. Then we turn a little bit and do our single crochet. And again, turn it a little bit. Right there's the top of that stitch. Because it puffs out, the top of the stitch gets pushed back. Okay, we did that one, and now we have this one here. And then here is that first slip stitch we did. So that's where, if you wanted to put a stitch marker, that's where I'd have it. So row 2 and 3 is your repeating rows. And that's how it looks right now. And here's how it looks on the back. And so all you would do now is you would repeat row 2 and row 3. So I would do my chain 1, and I would slip stitch into the first stitch, yarn over, and create my cluster. Get a little bit more yarn for you here. 1. And I'll do a couple stitches so you can see how it would line up on top. Of course, you can see it on the other samples there, but... And if it doesn't line up on top, you're off a stitch. And that's why it's really good to know that if you have an even number, I'll do the slip stitch here. If you have an even number, if you start with 10, you're going to have 9 stitches across. If you start with 12, you should have 11. So you see how one lines up over the next? That's how it should be all the way across. And I'll move this to the back so you can see it. And that's all there is to the cloud stitch. And again, here's the samples. Aren't they pretty? So this is done in the exact same yarn I just used. Okay, this is just a smaller sample of it. And this was the red heart. That's how it looks on the back. There's nice texture on both sides, but one is just a flat texture. And then this is how it looks in the Wander yarn. So I hope that you try this cloud stitch, and I will have the free pattern on the website. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe so you get notified of new patterns coming up. Take care and have a wonderful time crocheting.